This wonderful show. Okay, so I would like to welcome up. She is wonderful. You've seen her pretty much all of my shows over the last 2 years, and I sometimes even see her in my dreams. Everyone, Miss Brit Barron!
Wow, this is nice. I was hoping that maybe I was like, we're switching places. Maybe the lights will be different. Maybe I'll see people. No. But it's okay. Happy Black History Month, everyone. Yes, we're excited about that. Speaking of, I was watching football last weekend. Any NFL fans in the house? Yeah, that's how I feel. But I was watching football. I'm not a football fan, but everyone's like, these are really special games for whatever reason. You should watch. I was doing it. I don't know. So I was watching football, and do you ever notice something? Like, does something ever stick out to you, and immediately you're like, I want to know more. I want to know how we got there. I want to know more. So I'm watching football. I don't know when the NFL started doing this. I'm not a regular watcher, but someone scored a touchdown, and they ran in their cute outfits to the stadium. Football's pretty gay, but so and after they get there and they're like doing a silly TikTok dance, it just in big bold letters, like painted, it says "End racism." This is the truth. This really is happening. Like live on TV, it just says "End racism." And listen, I hate racism as much as the next person, but like this is our best. This was the best idea that came across the table for you look at the country and you're like, our country is being like just ravaged by institutional and systemic racism, and the NFL, by the way, a big part of it. The NFL is a big part of it, and they got together and they said, what are we gonna do? And the best idea that came across the table was like, oh gosh, we'll just tell everyone. Please stop, It doesn't help the team names. I'm like, the Chiefs are running to end racism? What is happening in the NFL offices? I have a lot of questions. But, I mean, it's just a silly attempt. White people, there are a lot of silly ideas on ending racism. Do you remember when everyone just like posted a black square on Instagram and they're like, did we do it? Is racism over? And then we started canceling racist people, which I'm like, yeah, that one works. But here's the thing. Now that we're all well-versed in cancel culture, we understand how it works, I would just like to submit a list of other people I'd like to cancel. Just other people I think I don't really want to see you on the internet. So, just untrustworthy. At the top of the list is people who open their eyes underwater. What are you looking for? That's not even your ecosystem. Why are you looking around like that? I also think second, people who still fit in their clothes from high school. Because why has life not hit you as hard as it's hit the rest of us? That feels inherently untrustworthy. Anyone who doesn't use lotion every day, because if you can stand to have your skin be that dry, what else are you capable of? And this last one, honestly, it doesn't even need an explanation. It needs no explanation. Without a doubt, I think we should just cancel and any grown adult who drinks plain milk. I don't know the reasoning, but I'm just saying, listen, if you're ever at a restaurant or a bar and you just see a grown man, he sits down and he orders a tall glass of milk, run for your life. I don't know what he's going to do, but I know it's not going to be good. Now, you may be looking at that list and think, wait, is that just a list of things white people do? Yeah. There's a lot of overlap. But listen, I love white people. I grew up around white people. I went to high school in Colorado. Okay, so that's I think where they're all made. And I went to a really big high school. It's got like 3,000 students in it. Like 10 of them were black, and that includes me and my sister. So there's like we have 8 friends. And, but that's where I really learned a lot about how the system works. I learned about systemic racism, generational wealth. I got into the system. I was like, this is how it works, I see it now. So that's why it was so confusing to me when I married my wife. I was like, hey, where's your generational wealth? married into something called I could make a house out of that white. Here's what my whole family, like, they just look at things all day long and they're like, I could make a shipping container, a boat. I was in the car with my brother-in-law, and an Amazon delivery truck drove by, and he was like, I could live comfortably in that. Because the system is actually broken. We have white people trying to live in shipping containers. Something's gone awry with the system, okay? I think we need to get this thing fixed. You know, so we call the NFL. Listen, I don't want to sound like one of those people that's like, you know the people, the Republicans. Everyone wants things to be the way they used to be, and they sit around the table and they complain about the way things were. I remember when America was something. I remember when houses cost $1. You're like, shut up. You know, like, everyone shut up. But listen, if anyone has a leg to stand on in that conversation, like, if anyone deserves to sit around at a table and talk about how good things used to be, it's drugs. Hear me out, because drugs are the hardest workers in America. Drugs went from being fun to having to be medicine. Like, mushrooms went from being passed around at a music festival to being our nation's leading healthcare provider. Like, I feel bad for drugs. Like, can you imagine how acid feels? Like, you used to rave and party all night long, and now, like, you're just guiding hundreds of millennials through, like, reparenting their inner child. This is terrible news for drugs, you guys. Weed used to be for, like, gangsters, bad boys, rebels. Now weed, it comes in a can, you buy it at Whole Foods. It helps suburban moms sleep at night. Things are not going well for drugs. I think things should be the way they used to be. You know? Go back to the olden days when drugs were just for fun. You know? And I know why we're doing it, right? Because we all care about our mental health, right? Raise your hand if you go to therapy. I can't see if any of you do, but I hope you're going. I love how much we care about mental health. I wonder if we've taken it too far. Because here's the thing. I was at the club the other week, and the club is exclusively a place you go to what? Just shake your ass. You just shake it. And that's the whole point of being there. You look cute, you go and you dance. And in the early 2000s, right, in my prime, before this current prime, it was easy. The songs would tell us what to do. You know, booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Shake your ass, shake, booties. That was the songs were part of the experience. Now it's wild out there. I don't know if you guys have listened to any of this music coming out lately. We have people rapping. Okay, we have rappers talking about mental health, climate change, generational trauma. I don't know what is expected of me. I can shake my ass, or I can have a conversation about climate change. Am I expected to do both at the same? Imagine being in a club and watching complete strangers grind their bodies on each other while over the speaker someone just is giving an in-depth experience of their time. They did EMDR. Like, I don't know if all these things should go together. And maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm like an old person who just gets, maybe this is where we are as a society. Maybe this is just where America is. We're supposed to hold it all at the same time. We're supposed to shake our ass and break generational curses at the same time. Maybe the ass shaking like breaks the chain. But if that is where we're supposed to be as a society, then I have a proposal. I think that we should ditch the stars and the stripes because Betsy Ross has been dead. I think we should have a new American flag. I think it should just be a picture of a girl bent over under a disco ball with just like tears streaming down her face. Truly, at this point, nothing feels more American. I will have sign-ups for that after the show. Thank you.
I'm back. I'm David Magidoff, human version of LaCroix.